works. Cool. You're trying to tell me that I should be offended? I'm the one in the meme. And I'm smiling.
Whoa.
The worst is when you do a stand-up show and someone asks to talk with you afterwards, and like, just so you know, you talk. And I have a sister who has progeria or is retarded or Native American, depending on what I make fun of that day. And I'm like, why do you feel the need to talk to me about this? I don't care. I don't know you. I don't care.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna make the joke again.
Yes. Yeah, I actually had someone got really offended at a Native American bit that I did.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, if I don't do that joke anymore, will they stop being Native American?
Yeah, will the
Right.
shrink?
So what I did
Is that gonna change the
on
situation?
principle, it's the only time I've ever had someone write to me. I went to Nick DePaul and said, hey, can you take this and make it meaner? And Nick said, I don't think I can make this meaner. I said, oh, okay. All right, done. That's a badge of honor. Hey, you guys know about super chats, right? Where people ask you for money, where we rattle our cup.
Yeah, I want to do one.
We don't do super.
Oh.
No, Josh.
Oh, we don't do that.
We give you money. It's time for reverse super chat. And reverse super chat is brought to you by the folks at Pure Talk. Right now, they are going.
Okay.
No, I'm fucking capable of, dog.
Absolutely nothing, dog.
Pure Talk.
PureTalk.com/crowd. You get 50% off your first month. They have 100% U.S.-based customer service.
Gonna
Which
start the
is
game,
no
dog,
small
or?
thing when you're trying to deal with
Nice.
help on your phone. And I've switched to them. I get better service than I did before for significantly less money. There's no reason not to switch. And they're giving away right now. It's 50 free Rumble
Nice.
subscriptions to those in the chat. Right now. There you go. 50. So you want
Let
them
us
to
know if you got one.
I think this is the
Just
last
shout
night
us
we can
out
play
on
for a
Instagram
while.
or on X or wherever you do the socials, and let us know
I
if you got it because they
think-
want to make sure that they see the fruits of their labor.
Yes. All right. I have to solve the student loan crisis.
You
but
do.
Why,
before
dog?
that, this is never ending.
Because the game company
Sydney
doesn't want you
Sweeney,
to play
Vox
it
decided
until
to
it comes
wait.
up.
And I always have to be careful because Vox is the reason that we're only streaming on Rumble, right? We were
Oh,
demonetized.
it's not gonna be
Our
available
entire business model
tomorrow
changed
or
because
whatever.
of some lispy homosexual who presented videos, and we had the gall to criticize.
I think it was
him.
only
He's
2
a
days
sprite. He's
at a
sprite.
time.
He's a fairy.
Sprite is what
We
the
can
word
say
used.
that.
And
But
half
I-
Mexican.
I don't remember what
Yep.
day it's
That wasn't me.
Mexican Sprite.
Specific instance, yes. When you use the full word, it means it.
Yeah.
When you use fag, it's just messing with your friend.
Mexican Sprite not as good as Sprite.
No, it's not.
Mexican
Oh, it
Coke
didn't even
better.
let me switch the
Mexican
fucking
Sprite not so much.
It's real cane sugar,
Yeah.
which is weird because, it costs more to use cane sugar than corn syrup, and Mexicans are so poor. So,
We're getting a little off topic.
we're going to start with the TikTokers and then go to Vox. They did an entire write-up on Sydney Sweeney. And I bet the person who did this write-up definitely went to a university to get a liberal arts degree. This is why our society is failing. But first, here's actually part trois of the outrage that is still going on over a cute girl selling jeans.
This is so bad.
Diversity hire.
Such bullshit. Blonde women have had constant representation.
Like right now.
Okay, in entertainment, in fashion, in letter turning. It's not that they want to see more white women. It's that they want to see none of anyone else. For a story about boobs, it sure has a hell of a lot of assholes.
Okay. So first off, sure there've been plenty of blondes. There's also been plenty of brunettes. There's been plenty of redheads. There's also been plenty of Hispanics. Also plenty of black women, Asians. It's just the reason that blonde is considered attractive. Understand this, right? Because blonde is a sign of youth. Right? You get older, you don't have blonde hair, so that's why human beings, men, will also typically find it attractive because it's usually indicative of someone who is in their childbearing years, fertility. It's just call it a preference. But no one is trying to say we should only have blonde representatives, and this actually goes for in the write-up at Vox. By the way, self-avowed communists, people who write at Vox, just to be clear. Kendall Cunningham, don't know if this person's a communist, but I'm willing to bet, wrote this, just to start it off. So are we supposed to want pants or Aryan features? Both, responded Hugo Boss, just to be clear. And if you can have both, the outfits
They were bad men.
with very nice clothes.
Great style.
So then Cunningham writes, and I just want, again, this is the opposite of what I want you to know what the there a logical person? Why are we so outraged? Read on. Here's why. Any implication of, quote, good genes, pun or not, would ring alarms in our political climate. Yeah?
Yo, no way, dude.
Yeah, no black neighborhoods and the black baby holocaust in this country.
Oh,
the
that
founder
would've
of
been
the who
sick,
believe in eugenics and that
Shut
the,
up.
I believe, quote, Negroes
Can I
should
cut
have
the
said
fucking parachute?
are lazy. So, they go on to write, currently ICE and the Trump administration have undertaken the most aggressive deportation effort in years. What does that have to do with the blonde in jeans? Including the gleeful construction of an alligator surrounding detainment center that has been compared to a concentration camp. Sure, by you!
Yeah.
In my previous article.
I've been compared to Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I know.
Time to time.
I hear you second.
Do you
yourself
believe
up
me?
in the morning.
Are you buying it?
I believe that you believe it.
That's concerning.
He's in the mirror going,
Dude, why can't? Why isn't it on a reload?
and then you need a leg double.
He gets shot in the ankle.
So they wrote this. They continue to write Sydney Sweeney and the unsettling legacy of the
I can't even
blonde
see him, but he
bombshell.
can
Why is
fucking
it
shoot like
unsettling?
that.
Because white.
Because they have to come to terms with their own body.
Yeah. This is what the authors. There are several who jump on it. Constance Grady. Right. Why does the story get so big, ass? Maybe it's because of the ad's surreal interplay with Sweeney's blonde bombshell image, revealing how much weight that symbol
How is that a
carries
fucking
today,
hit marker?
and the idea it puts forward about sexuality, race, and gender. Here's the thing, too, by the way, if we want to do away with this idea, the blonde bombshell, like that's what it puts forward about sexuality. Think of yourself as a lawyer. Provide a
Doesn't even
better
show me where it
counter
is.
argument.
It's a fake kill right there.
Don't put a fat, gross tranny with rickets in your ads. How about that? How about you find someone hotter and make her not blonde? Instead you go, this is what you think is sexually attractive? How about this 400-pound land whale? Do better. Left? We like pretty people. Okay. Most often it's someone who doesn't look like the people you present.
What about when Beyonce dyes her hair blonde? Is that okay because it's not her genetics?
Right.
Because her genetics aren't white? That's what they're saying, by the way. They're saying white. They're not talking about Shakira. Let's be totally honest with this. They're not talking about Shakira with blonde hair. They're not talking about any other Spanish with blonde hair.
Right.
Black women dyeing their hair with blonde.
Yeah.
What's the Doja Cat when she's got the slim shady haircut?
Right.
That's not who they're talking about.
No.
They're talking about white people.
That's exactly what they're talking about.
That's the problem.
Yes. And it goes even further. Well, let me just continue to read this asinine article. It says, this is a highly charged encapsulation of American fantasies and fears about white femininity. What a nice white lady should be. And what we are afraid she might be. Well, if she's anything like your writers. And then they go on to write, when Sweeney lingers on her blondness and her curves to evoke the bombshell, she's invoking a powerful archetype.
And sales. She's invoking sales.
She never called herself a bombshell.
No.
Vox is calling her a bombshell.
Her blondness, powerful and artificial. Hold on a second. I know that I'm slightly meandering today. But when Beyonce dyes her hair blonde, that's because she has to fit in with the whiteness of society. Unfortunately, we force her to conform, even though her and her husband are the wealthiest people in the music industry, to be clear. It's not like they have to get blonde hair. So when they do it, because they look, but if you come back from a cruise with this crappy little bead in your hair, God forbid you culturally appropriate. Her blondness, powerful and artificial, seems to amplify her whiteness, almost to burlesque it. Also, you are the ones who like burlesque shows because you're the strippers who couldn't make the cut.
Yeah, that's not burlesque. Burlesque is famous.
Yes. It's part of her.
I think it's part of the definition. I don't speak French, but
It's like how hipsters are deliberately ugly, ironically.
burlesque women look like me, dude. I'm not punching down here on myself. I'm just like, you should look like me.
Yeah, if you're a burlesque dancer, I would prefer to not.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just preference.
Yeah, and you're allowed to have that.
It's preference. If a burlesque dance, I would prefer she look like Marilyn Monroe than Josh Firestein sitting on my lap.
I'll bleach my hair.
It's part of her exclusive and racialized desirability. The bombshell is the most attractive woman in the world, and she is firmly, waspily white. So they really have a problem with the blonde bombshell. The left does, except in one instance, right? It's wrong if you're a white woman and you accentuate your whiteness with highlights in your hair or makeup to give you fair skin or rouge so you have nice rosy cheeks. That's a problem. I tell you where it's not a problem. The archetypal blonde bombshell. Well, here, look at this. When crazy trannies do it. Bring them up. You got, look, oh yeah, there's the blonde bombshell. Beautiful and brave. Bring up the next one. Yeah, beautiful and brave. Bring up the next one. This is art.
Just brave.
Another one. Bring it up. There you go. Yeah, another drag queen. They all look like another one. Pheromone. Bring them up. And then the last one is Illusia. There you go. Look at this. When men try to act like women and they're championed by the left, they don't break down gender norms by looking like the housekeeper. They present themselves as an absurd Barbie that even women would say is over the top. So again, when they do it, that's beautiful. Well, hold on a second. If something is beautiful, it's beautiful, period. Is a blonde bombshell beautiful, or is it only beautiful when the female blonde bombshell in fact has a penis? Can you explain the rules? I'm a little murky on the rule book. Grady goes on. It continues to get worse. And people study this in college.
I can't believe there's more to say.
The archetype is so powerful that you can't leave behind its baggage. The blonde bombshell embodies ideas of race and gender so thoroughly that she seems to invite political readings. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. Maybe not Sydney Sweeney. Maybe you
This
are.
ad's a mirror.
All I got was that she was inviting me to look at her cleavage.
Yes.
And
Look, she's hot right now. She's in a bunch of movies and
What
movies and shows.
happened?
She's very popular.
Medics
in Hollywood
are
right now.
playing as
They
a
know who
medic
she
and they
is.
don't revive
They like
people,
her.
so I don't
They put her in an ad.
understand.
They paid lots of money for it. That's it.
Right.
That's it. There's no underlying trying to make her a bombshell. They put an old Mustang in there. They put some jeans on her. They said, buy our weird jeans.
Yeah. And then they blame you for drawing attention to it. Well, hold on. This is my favorite part. This article I said, we become obsessed with Sweeney's politics because the political symbolism behind Blonde Bombshell is among the most potent forces in American celebrity. So it's our fault that you become obsessed and you see racism where it doesn't exist. Oh, sorry. It's our fault. It's the fault of basic heteronormative America for looking at a pretty woman who looks good in jeans to sell jeans. And let's go, maybe I'll go buy some jeans. It's our fault that you see this as a byproduct
how
of
does that not
patriarchy
hit him,
and white
bro?
supremacy. God, we just thought it was a cute girl in jeans.
life is too comfortable.
Let me ask you something.
Yes!
We've gotten to a place of comfort that allows people like this to exist. Think about it in human history. People that spend that much time analyzing stuff like this and complaining about it, again, I said it's a mirror. It's just a reflection of who you are when you look at this story. These people didn't have the ability to even exist. They were too busy trying to survive. If you were in a post-apocalyptic world, this would be the first group of people that you just push off the cliff and go like, well, we had to. We just don't yeah, sorry. They were telling us these stories over and over again about ads that don't matter anymore because nobody
Flanks,
has any
bro.
food.
Like, I don't have a
I'll
team.
present you a solution here. By the way, best way to stay in touch, download the Rumble app, download it, follow me right there because none of this stuff can be said on YouTube, even with the mainstream conservative channels. You need the Holdington algorithm, and if you don't, take live weekdays, 11 a.m. Eastern, even on Fridays for Rumble Premium members.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
Yeah. Salma Hayek or Sydney Sweeney?
For me, Selma Hayek.
Can't even leave the game.
But that's because I'm
Yeah,
gay.
but she's not 20. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I read on Twitter you were gay.
Yeah.
You were in the
no,
closet.
Because I said that
Yeah.
for me, when
Now.
I remember Daisy Fuentes. I remember seeing when she replaced Bob Saget
should've
on
said-
America's Funniest Home Videos with that liberal who was at MS, John Fugelsang. And I just went, whoa, what is this? I felt I was like, that is something special.
Well, Daisy Fuentes isn't 25.
I don't.
Sydney Sweeney is.
Back then she was.
They put her in the ad.
Yeah.
I'm not saying right now. I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
They put the hottest actress in the ad right now.
Yeah.
And I don't mean hot by like attractiveness.
Hold up.
I mean hot as like she's popular as can be.
There's Daisy Fuentes.
Oh, she's blonde, but that's not real.
Yeah. Well, it's because
Yeah.
of white culture.
It's almost like we discovered the formula for advertising 70 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful women sell things.
Yeah.
No way,
White,
they're just on the
sometimes
same-
blonde,
That's the thing about
sometimes
Battlefield.
Mexican,
When you leave and you're
sometimes
doing the same
black,
fucking
sometimes.
game,
Yep.
dude.
We decided, like, what, 6-7 years ago, they're like, let's put Sydney Sweeney next to Dylan Mulvaney, and let's see what the audience decides. Oh, wait, they decided Sweeney?
The blonde
I bet they
bombshell.
went with Sweeney because they thought it was not controversial. They're like, you know what we'll do? We'll get the actress that everybody loves right now.
Right.
Okay, she's hot. She's got nice boobs. We'll put her in jeans.
Yep.
We'll show a little bit of the boobs. She'll rub her butt. She'll get in an old Mustang. It's very American. We're American. People gotta love this.
Yeah.
Then they're like, whoa, what the hell?
And they probably thought, and it's benign enough that even the left won't be offended by this. There's nothing to be mad about. And they're like, oh crap, we forgot. They're all crazy.
Oh, we forgot they would take jeans as a supremacy thing.
The blonde bombshell is such a powerful white supremacy force that Oprah owns half of Earth.
She literally owns exit routes in Hawaii.
Yes.
She owns the path to life.
And Byron Allen, who I don't know if he's ever actually gotten a laugh in a comedy club, is like one of the wealthiest guys in television through syndication. And Tyra Banks, who's functionally retarded. How long did her show run for crying out loud? I mean, who are the wealthiest people in the music industry? Beyonce's got to be top 5.
Some people get held down like Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes.
Sonny
Yeah.
Hostin.
Sonny Hostin. And Anna Navarro. People who add Nova, like, it's the exact opposite of the truth. Tokenism has made people who are not very good, who are not
worst team I've ever seen, bro. Like they don't move.
Let's be honest about
They have to be bots.
Tyra is fine.
Look at this.
She's not that smart. She's a horrible host, and people don't like her. You guys need to fill a slot with a black person. Let's be real about it. Let's just be honest about this. And you're mad that someone is cute. People think she's cute. They like the jeans.
And Tyra was house time. Meaning, like, she had a lot of. She was a leading model. She was in the press all the time, in the news all the time. She was a hot name to have.
And if you want to know who's writing this brings us to this. And I know we're going over time. This brings us to what I really want to discuss most today. Think of the people writing that at Vox. Guarantee you those people got a degree. Guarantee you they learned this in higher education and they had to write papers and probably a thesis on this and examine the undercurrents and racial leanings of whatever. Right? Because that's intelligentsia. When people say conservatives don't seek higher education, what they're really saying is conservative people working don't seek out that. The kind of crap you see written at Vox. Or the kind of crap that's being peddled in higher education. Again, we have a cultural problem. It extends to relationships that we discussed, and it really extends to how we teach young people to plan their lives. So student loans, it's a problem. I get it. And I understand why Generation Z will tell boomers, they'll say, well, you don't understand because the costs have skyrocketed. Yep. I will tell you this, it's not impossible to achieve the American dream, but there is a different competitive sphere in the workforce, a different competitive energy where you don't have the same job security. There are legitimate gripes. But a lot of people don't know why we have this student loan problem. And the solution is more poison pills, to be clear. So this is kind of the jumping off point. This has been going viral, and there are a few people online that are just, they are melting down, and my heart goes out to them, but they've made mistakes over their student loan.
I'd like to know what type of crack Sally Mae is smoking that they think they will $40,922 they should receive back $118,305.59. Fact that they're financing the money they want $77,383.59 is absurd.
So you might as well bump that up to $266,722.97 in debt if you add in how much I will pay in interest.
What'd you study?
65 monthly payments on $125,000. How much do you think I still owe? $68,000. I don't know. The math is math.
The interest on my
the math.
Dude, like he's getting a one-shot kill on me and he's not even hitting me in the head, bro. Like, what am I playing?
The interest is more
I don't think I've got a single one-shot to the chest.
Yes.
Unless I already hit him.
Wait till you buy a house.
The student loans that I've been paying $1,500 a month for.
People literally need to go buy a lottery ticket.
17%
There's a 800% chance they'll win.
So, what I thought I'd been paying for all this time, I'm actually, like, I owe more than what I spent. I owe $90,000, and I didn't even spend that much on school. I'm gonna be in debt for my whole life. How does that even make sense? I thought like if I was spending like this shit now, people
Adult. So here's the thing. Let me be clear here. I view these people as children who turn out really badly because they were spoiled and their parents didn't raise them right.
Not spoiled enough. They had to take a loan.
Yeah, well, it's easy to dunk on them. This is all of our fault. This is all of our fault as a society. Let me boil this down before I get to some stats. Anywhere else you take out a loan for what? You're purchasing something. First question that should be asked: what are you purchasing? What are you getting for your money? The only place that's not asked is student loans. The only place that someone can't make a risk assessment or an investment projection is student loans. Anywhere else? Oh, you want a loan? What, for a car? Okay, what are you getting? Okay, what's your credit? What, you want a loan? What, so you can purchase equipment for your business? Okay, what are you purchasing? A student loan? We don't ask, what are you purchasing with the loan? It doesn't come up, and it can't come up because of our policy. So let me give you the current climate and how we got here. And I want to be crystal clear. What I am about to tell you covers everything that you need to know if you want to understand student loans. Current total student debt, $1.6 trillion. The reason it's in the news now is because delinquencies, meaning in the last 9 days, they nearly doubled the pre-COVID rate. 30% of borrowers, that means 5.8 million individuals, are delinquent. And remember, it's pretty much impossible to discharge these loans through bankruptcy. Again, something that's very unique to these loans as opposed to a business. That's the stage right now. Go check those references. Here's the thing, those kids don't understand why that's happening. I do, and so does the government. The people who have created this disaster know exactly why this is happening. Let me give you some key facts here. Number one, okay, tuition has outpaced inflation in a way that occurs nowhere else in nature. Since 1963, you're looking at how much of an increase we've seen, 750% after adjusted for inflation.
My God.
The price of degrees, the price of education. Okay, so that brings us to why. Key fact number two. The federal government spends billions in grants and backing student loans. Let me give you some numbers. 22 to 23, $240 billion in federal aid was issued to students, and it averaged out to about $15,000 per undergrad, $28,000 per grad student. By the way, that's a problem. Undergrad, you're still looking at 4 years. Think about this. You want to know how it's a racket? Yeah, 4 years every day, day in and day out, and you're just getting started. 4 years is a lot of time. You should be an expert, and you would be in a trade. If you played basketball every single day for 4 years, if you worked in some kind of a business, trade, craft, if you whittled every single day, 5 days a week for 4 years, you would be at a professional level. You'd have the best Etsy shop on the planet. We tell kids 4 years is just getting started. Yeah. You got to spend more money than the government guarantees to really be able to get into the workforce. What's the result for this? Well, what we see is, why wouldn't the universities raise rates at about 60% when you look at all the subsidies that they receive? They raise their rates. Why? Because it's free money on the table. Mm-hmm. It's a guarantee. It's basically government subsidy if it's backed, where if the government says, we're going to pay it no matter what. Why wouldn't you take that free money if you're a university? This doesn't take place, for example, for soda, for steak, for cars, electric cars notwithstanding. So you don't see the same astronomical levels of inflation. You have to ask yourself, healthcare costs, education, why? Why? If you look at these industries and you see the kind of inflation that is actually alarming and life-altering and society shifting, you will always see more government involvement in red tape. Banks for crying out loud. Home loans. Airlines. So in 2010, a big shift also took place. Barack Obama, that president, eliminated private banks effectively from the student loan business. Here's how. The Department of Education said, we're going to be the ones who back these and not going to take place with the banks, and so banks are going to get physical rates. So basically, the Department of Education is where everyone goes now for their loans because they're federally backed. It's a guarantee. It's like the public option. It was a way to drive private loans effectively out of business because they can't compete with a never-ending pool of your tax dollars. Here's another key fact.
Maybe that's one of the reasons that universities and professors are so upset about the Department of Education.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, because anywhere else someone would go,
wow,
okay,
this
well,
guy just gets fucking for kills, bro.
Let me ask you in any other scenario where you're not asked the question, oh, what am I getting for my money? If it's a meal, if it's a car, if it's a plane ticket, whatever it is, you go, oh, what am I getting? What's the price? What's the value? That doesn't take place with student loans as a result of government policy. Key fact number 3, look, the usefulness of degrees. To give you an example, only 52% of liberal arts grads get any kind of employment in jobs.
My team is
that
literally on
require
that building.
their
dude.
degree. Let's
like,
contrast that with apprentices
Your
and trade schools.
mouth.
92% employment.
You hear me, son?
Substantially less debt. People go to vocational schools, people go to trade schools. $10,000 in debt on average. $41,000 for university graduates, and then of course you have that interest which will continually make it more and more and more, and you basically find yourself in shackles. Some other considerations to take into account here: university spending, right, is up dramatically, but administrative spending is up, whereas the actual spending on instructional services like teaching down. So administrative services up 6.3%. Instructional services down 4.7%. This money's not going to better teaching. And the teaching that you get at university sucks because it creates writers and cops.
Burn it all down. I'm out.
And then there are credit ratings. And I'm going to get to a solution, guys. What you can do personally. You can avoid this, and you can set a course for your life. If you have not gotten into this rabbit, you can do that. You don't have to do this. And I'm also going to tell you exactly what the government should do, what would work. It's really only 3 steps, but they are. There are too many, just like we talked about Epstein, there are too many people implicated. There are too many people who stand to benefit from enslaving you into an education with a degree that isn't worth the paper it's printed on. Universities, you're talking about credit, there are credit ratings at play where universities are incentivized to increase enrollment and tuitions. That includes international student enrollment because that basically they'll pay full tuition and there are grants for that. I know it because I had family members who came from Canada and they were just given money because they were from Canada. Like, from a different country, here's a grant. I'm like, what? What? I'm not even a good student. We don't care. Do you speak French? It doesn't matter. Here's money. This racket has been going on for years, and the people involved know it, and they want you to blame the evil capitalist boogeyman, which couldn't be further from the truth. Business was good. They had all these liberal arts majors and gender studies mooks just signing their name in and over their lives. Meanwhile, an administrator...
Why does it make me roll twice? Well, how can he fucking see me through the wall?
Do you think, in general, women are just insane? Like, mentally insane?
These AI coin alerts help us pay off our mortgage. We get 3
Delusional, yes. Insane, I would say some.
We're being told to buy the orange coin.
When you say insane, what context?
$50 to $300 a day with
Not like in a mental side, just like, yeah, I guess like the shit they say, the shit they do, what they fucking believe, or tell you that they believe. Yeah.
But I think honestly,
if you were to put a percentage to that,
70 to 85%. I don't think it's a small number.
Be much of a debate.
yeah, what were you gonna say?
Conversation last night, and I think it's pretty clear Alex sees that what we all see, that Trump is he's having a very bad moment out of his entire political career over the Epstein files situation. Right? And, no, by the way, if it's a conversation or a debate, I don't care. It's good stuff. But I think it just kind of proves that I think Alex knows what's going on here. I guess it wasn't really much of a debate. It was just kind of Alex agreeing, right? And, actually a lot of stuff that, came to my attention because I saw some of the clips, stuff that I've been saying. You know, listen, guys, I don't have time to listen to, you know, several different shows. I do like multiple shows a day, multiple networks, all kinds of different reports. So when I get a chance to like sit down and listen to some clips, whether they're short or long, that's kind of the gist I get out of it. And some of the stuff that was being said was, talking about the future and preparing for what the country looks like without Trump and right-wing electoral politics. It's just stuff that I can say. But I don't think it takes a real, expert or political analysis to see the writing on the wall on these things, honestly. And when it comes to the Epstein situation, it only keeps getting worse. It only keeps getting worse, and it's not going away. And all of this Russiagate information that's coming out as well, what I'm seeing right now, because I've been paying attention to, well, I'm always paying attention, I'm always watching and analyzing, it's what I do. It's kind of a bit of a curse, the fixation sometimes. But it actually helps me, like, pick up on things. What I'm seeing right now, and I will show you guys, because there is so much, and I told you this was going to happen, because there is so much coming out right now, because of the Russiagate expose, there is so much, it is clear as day, receipt.
Dude, like, I'm getting fucking blocked on half of things on the map.
After receipt. People are now getting frustrated. You got people like all the MAGA influencers. It was weird. All of this morning, they were on this weird, strange, Hillary's going to jail. They're posting all their retarded AI memes of Hillary in a jumpsuit. And now tonight, they seem to kind of switch their tune. You got these guys like Cat Turd out there that are now directly calling on Bondi to deliver or yet again get out of the way. So here we are again, and I said this from the beginning. When they're pushing the Russiagate stuff, they're pushing all the auto pin. They're trying to get people. Clearly, they're trying to get people.
Dude, there's no way.
Whether this was going to come out or not on schedule, clearly
remember,
it's being
dog,
used to try to get people off of the Epstein file situation. That is just dead obvious. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can tell by the reactions of the influencers. And they're all out there now. You got people like Cat Turd now. They're turning on Bondi again. And I was the one saying from the beginning, when the Russiagate stuff came out, all of these people were saying, TikTok, Hillary, TikTok, Obama, TikTok, Brennan and Comey.
They're really not, though.
Some of these MAGA
and why does it keep going from full screen, bro?
All roads lead to Obama. And I was sitting there saying, actually, they all lead to Pam Bondi, because she's the one that has to deliver on charges.
Finally over.
On treason. Treasonous conspiracy. That's the bar. That's the
this
bar
menu
that's
is
been
fucking
set
horrible.
by President Trump and Tulsi Gabbard. Every day that goes by, we are not seeing anything. So we will be analyzing that, guys. We will be analyzing all of this, all of that intel, and also we got reports this morning. We got to talk about. We analyzed Charlie Kirk's struggle session with a bunch of TQSA chapter leaders on our members only stream on Sunday. We can play some clips here tonight, but it was so embarrassing.
We're engaging objective Charlie.
People have been calling it damage control, but I've been calling it donor control. And Charlie clearly has lost control.
Oh, but he kills me, bro. Oh, I can direct hit people and they don't die, and then that guy just one-shots me.
Zionist boomer donors are pissed.
So people need to fucking buy lottery tickets, bro.
Some kind of like Gen Z whisperer.
Ace.
He's the guy that's supposed to carry the next generation into this hardcore blind loyalty and worship of Zion and Israel and his family. And his family is back. And that struggle session proves that, which I think is just so hilarious. And so, so I call it donor control. We'll be analyzing that, and you're seeing this everywhere. You're seeing Americans fed up with the APAT control. Americans fed up. Christians fed up with the misinterpretations of Genesis chapter 12. You are seeing Americans fed up not only with the, the foreign aid, but every other aspect. When it comes to our blind loyalty to Israel, it's a cult, and people are seeing it.
Dude, every medic should be fucking put in jail for their entire life.
They know it.
Holy fuck, they're annoying.
And we also saw reports.
The only thing they don't do is heal you. Unreal.
That Israeli operatives are sending MAGA influencers, the young ones, the next generation, on Israel trips. They're going to film content. In the report we saw, because they clearly see that the younger generation is not as pro-Israel.
Just headshot the guy with an RPG and it didn't kill him.
Fact. And I told you guys this was happening. I told you whether you want to believe it or not, whether you want to accept it or not, it is happening. And, here it is. And so we now have reports, and this is even in Israeli news. Okay, this is now even in Israeli news that President Trump is warning Jewish donors that MAGA world is starting to hate Israel.
Bro, where is my
Donor control. You got Charlie Kirk holding struggle sessions.
Okay, I have to
we're
run
not
to
really anti-Semitic.
assume
We
I'm
just don't like the
1v32
foreign
because
aid.
this is
Everything
fucking
else
bag
is
retarded.
okay, dude. Whatever that means.
Yeah, of course I have to get both kills if there's two teammates.
We'll talk about that. We're going to analyze
Of course.
that. And we'll take a look at why this is happening. Israel is totally out of control. And by the way, the Bible talks about the Jews, Israel. They're a proud and stiff-necked people. It's showing right now. It is absolutely showing. They're pissing off the world, not for righteous reasons. Very unrighteous reasons. And you do have some UN gatherings that will be happening soon, where you will have Canada ready to recognize Palestine as a state. Things are escalating again, and I think it's pretty clear that there most likely will be another Israeli-Iran
Dude,
conflict,
he just walks right past me, bro.
during the rest of the Trump administration. That is for sure, because Israel is more emboldened than it's ever been right now, and they know it because of Trump. And that's why they've been pushing, to crack down on anti-Semitism. They want to install anti-Semite laws. They're going to go after anti-Semitism, violating free speech in America. They've been going hard because they see this open window in the Trump administration. Do so. Honestly, the administration is doing a lot. They're enabling it. And as a result, these people are out of control. The Israeli IDF tanks are firing at churches in Gaza, houses of worship, Catholic houses of worship, just feet away from shooting across. And Israel turns around and says, "Oh, well, it was a mistake. What were you shooting at?" Mistake. And that's what we always do. After October 7th, in the region, Palestine, Gaza, etc.
I love how my teammates allow them to get so close that they can fucking melee me.
You got the same response. Oh, sorry, it was an accident. That's all you ever did. pay attention, guys. You got all these influencers going out there. They're going to be filming pro-Israel content, bought and paid for. And by the way, that's just an anti-Semite conspiracy. Israel. I've been offered to take those trips.
Look at this, dude. I have a tank. I have multiple teammates upstairs. I have
multiple times, and said no every single time. It's going to be used as some kind of puppet. Do the bidding of
I feel like this is always how Battlefield is at now. Retards just play the game, dude. It's just straight retards. Literal people that don't have brains.
We're going to analyze all that, guys. We're going to analyze all that tonight. So sit back, relax, and we got to talk about also, you know, we did touch on it on Monday. And by the way, I apologize, guys. Our show just kind of stopped abruptly. I don't do that. I don't usually do that on Monday night. And I got with Rumble, and they are having their data technical analyst team take a look at just exactly what's going on that end.
Let's get back to it.
All of my settings, everything is just like we're going to the moon here. You know, we're going to the moon here. It's not me. So once I get an answer from them, I will let you guys know just exactly why that happened Monday evening. Okay, I don't do that. So if it does happen again tonight, guys, I apologize. It's like totally under my control. There seems to be some kind of Rumble Studio RTM.
Dude, I need to understand how these people get one shot. Sniper kills that aren't in the head.
It seems to be happening around the 4-hour mark. We'll be live again tomorrow. All right, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So we'll just apologize now. So I encourage you guys to get your gifted memberships. All right. I haven't even gotten to start yet. That's just the intro. What am I doing with my life? All right, if you're just tuning in, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, hit the bell notification, please copy the link and share this everywhere.
Our mission is under threat. Refocus and attack.
If you would like to support the broadcast, guys, this is it. You're in the future. It's now. It's happening right now. The future is now. Independent media is now. And the way this is going to go is you guys, all right? And you're already doing it. You guys are setting the example.
When you go to the gym, right? When you just do like a couple hamstring curls, like with that workout that we did, like why are you doing that?
By you guys.
Like when I'm just standing?
Yeah.
Because having my anything that makes my back hurt more makes my hamstrings really irritated.
Awesome. I'm still waiting on some more clarity on those from
okay.
So I need to stretch them out and get them working.
But at the same time,
So you only need to do like a couple of sets to like fix it or whatever, or like help it.
Yeah. Doesn't necessarily fix it, but it helps it out.
Kind of getting with ads, especially for a show that's 4 hours. You know, So anyways, if you would like to support the show, drop some gifted messages, and we will acknowledge those right now and give you a shout out. We got it going in the chat already. It's going down. Symmetric Culture gifts 10 subscriptions. Look at that red wave.
Like I have kids going 5 and 15, 7 and 13, 10 and 14.
Red wave going down. Congrats.
Damn dog, you have kids?
No wonder we're fucking getting smacked. Bunch of fucking retards. This guy's 10 and 14, playing medic and he doesn't fucking revive.
Who's the mother dog?
Register all of them. Congratulations to all of you guys. Dan Baxley 88 scored 0-1. Congratulations. You guys are awesome. GRIM Freaks. Congrats. Congratulations to all of the recipients. in the chat to Symmetric Culture. Let's go. Let's go. Kit Kat Mar has gifted 2 subscriptions.
I like
Thank you so much.
Are you on the game
supporting
now?
The broadcast, Kit Kat Mar. We love and thank you. Vanessa 24 has gifted.
I'm just gonna
1
fucking relax.
subscription.
My hamstrings are hurting.
Let's go. 07's in the chat. Riggers know what time it is. Cindy. MTZ.
Yeah, dude, I feel like 0 soreness in my triceps.
5 subscriptions.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes my triceps are so sore that they actually hurt.
07's
Or
in the chat. Congratulations to all of the recipients. And enjoy your 1 month free gifted subscription, ad-free viewing here on the channel, on the show. Which is
At that gym, my tricep soreness feels so
it's a
much
4.5
different than
hour
what
show.
it did at 2-4. I don't know why.
It is great to not have any interruptions with any ads as you're watching. For sure. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show.
Times have changed.
Wow, Optical Infinity 2020 has gifted 10 subscriptions. Wow. Wow. 07's in the chat. Look at that red wave. Look at that red wave. Remember, ultimate participation in the chat. Lighting up the chat, getting the red wave, and blessing the riggers in the chat. Chat, no riggers left behind. 07's in the chat. Thank you, Optical Infinity 2020 for the 10 gifted memberships. Awesome. Big Sarge 831 has gifted 1 membership. It's still giving them out. There it is right there. Congrats.
Wait, how the fuck do I deploy
Aaron
that?
Vance gifted the membership from Vanessa 24. Congratulations. It's still handing them out like this to you guys. It's like so just let give her there it is again right there. C Planty gifted the membership from Cindy MT 000. Congrats.
Airspace is clear.
It'll get to all of them. It'll get to all of them. Just give it some time.
Have you gotten a bipod on your LMD yet?
Cat Lady 26 has
There's
gifted
one,
1
yeah.
subscription. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for supporting the broadcast. We appreciate you. You guys are always killing it, man. Always, every single month. And the show is growing. Which is awesome. So we thank you all. 07's in the chat to all of you. Dropping those gifted subs. And 07's in the chat to all of the recipients. Alright. Alright. I have a lot to say. Especially because we are here now and we are back. Okay. The Epstein situation. Okay. The Epstein situation. First, we can. What do we want to look at first? Let's take a look at Trump's
Wait, this guy
comments
just
first.
Wallbanged me and one-shotted me.
I believe he said this on Tuesday.
Fuck.
I would have analyzed this on Monday. But this was definitely a big incident because Trump did mention before when he was speaking, I believe, in Scotland. And Trump was speaking to the media in Scotland. this. Breaking news in the chat. Jay, O530 has gifted 10 subscriptions.
Defensive position needed on the marked objective.
Based. Awesome. 07s to all of you. Big red wave tonight.
Be advised, enemies are attacking
Red
objective
wave
Bravo.
in the chat. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. You guys are awesome.
Objective Echo neutralized.
Okay, alright. So, President Trump, he, speaking to the media, I believe it was in
Our
Scotland,
forces are hitting Delta.
and we analyzed that on
We
Monday.
secured Echo.
Part of what he is now been saying publicly is that he believes that it's possible they could have planted something, but if there was something, why didn't they release it? He's kind of like juggling these two narratives, which is very strange and it's confusing people. It's the opposite of the disclosure we were promised. And towards the end of that statement, President Trump commented on his fallout.
Objective Delta has been neutralized.
And President Trump stated that the fallout was Jeffrey Epstein was stealing people, like employees, workers. Mar-a-Lago, he didn't like it.
Be advised, enemy confirmed at Echo.
And as a result, Trump got mad because they were
Support on the
buds.
marked objective.
Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump were buds for a long time, for like over a decade. Okay, these guys were buddies. They were
Be
hanging out,
advised, Charlie is under
partying.
attack.
There's all kinds of footage out there. Of them, with women that look like they're of age. Record stating that he knows Jeffrey Epstein and knows he likes him on the younger side when it comes to women. Right? Things we've already known. But President Trump reiterated this, and he stated that the reason why they had a fallout was because Epstein was stealing some workers from Mar-a-Lago. He didn't like it,
Charlie.
and so he checked his buddy. And he told Epstein, stop doing that. And Epstein didn't listen and kept
Enemies are
doing
attacking
it.
objective Delta.
And so we saw that, and it was interesting because it was somewhat contradictory to what we've heard in the past, which was President Trump realized or heard or found out something happened where he realized he was a freak, he realized he was a freak, and cut ties. Banned from Mar-a-Lago because he realized he was a forget his family from ever being around Jeffrey Epstein. And then we get this leaked audio. Okay, there's now leaked audio from Air Force One. It is real. Of now, President Trump clarifying this is disclosed on Tuesday. We wasn't going to go live, so we're talking about that President Trump says Epstein stole young women from his Mar-a-Lago spas, including Virginia Giuffre, which is why he banned Epstein from the property. Okay, and we know that Virginia Giuffre was recruited. She had her interactions with Maxwell at Mar-a-Lago. This is how she testified. She was recruited from Mar-a-Lago. She was recruited by Maxwell. She was then quickly trafficked to
We no longer control
and
objective
into
Delta.
the Epstein network as a result. But also, I do want to dig into this because when I saw this, I saw a lot of angles being taken here, and
Dude, how?
to
What?
be with this entire
I hit him with
situation. I mean,
a sniper bullet.
Trump's
a grenade and 2 pistol bullets, and he still killed me.
Words Trump is using, it's like, dude, man, I don't even know what I'm supposed to say.
Dude, thank God I have that fucking recorded. Holy fuck.
This audio. Okay. Let's analyze this audio, and this lines up with the Virginia Jupre testimony. This lines up directly with it. It lines up directly with how she met Maxwell and was recruited because she was 16 at the time. I'll get into that after. Let's listen to the audio, and then we'll lay down
Hostiles still control more objectives. Let's regroup. We have secured Bravo. Hostile forces are winning. We need to counter. Target marked. Fire for effect.
You know, when I... Listen to that again.
Be advised, enemy launching on Bravo.
He knows. He knows. Okay, let's talk about this, all right? Let's talk about it. Trump knows
We no longer control objective Bravo.
this is how Epstein operates. And we've gone over this various times here on this channel. Yes, Epstein,
Objective marked. We need you supporting the attack.
intelligence agency, asset, operative. You can think of
How
him
many
as
kills do you have?
which includes FBI, CIA, Mossad, MI6, the list goes on. And part of the Epstein
Be advised,
empire
objective
was
Bravo captured
not
by
only
hostile.
the sex trafficking of young girls, children, arms trafficking, weapons trafficking.
I destroyed a tank for the first time, and there was only one guy inside. So anticlimactic.
Major spots for billionaires. I mean, he was the type of operative that, you know, those that worked with him would say he's effective and he has no morality, no moral compass. Okay, there's a reason why Jeffrey Epstein was connected to the most powerful and rich people on the face of planet Earth in our generation. One of those people is Donald Trump. And so you got to understand, as that type of operative that would 100% need to be attaching himself to the most powerful and rich people in culture, in Hollywood, in banking, in government.
Objective Charlie has been lost.
And it was anyone particularly, especially
Battle is
when
still
you
being
get
controlled by the enemy.
the situations with Les Wexner.
Objective Charlie has been
That was
secured.
overseeing Abercrombie and Fitch, Victoria's Secret, and various other clothing brands. That situation with Les Wexner, where he signed over his entire multi-billionaire IQ giant. Only knew Jeffrey Epstein for like 2 years.
still hear me, right?
Yeah, you're a little quiet, but yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I shot first. That's bullshit.
The first investigation actually came from, where a lot of girls in Ohio that were claiming to be raped
Can't fucking
in
do it
the Ohio
anymore.
Epstein estates and properties. Properties everywhere. UK, Europe, Virgin Islands. There were multiple islands, not just one. New York, New Mexico. The list goes on, right? One thing you have to understand when you are approaching this Epstein situation is Donald Trump is 100% someone that would be targeted. Now, I'm not saying he's a pedophile. I'm not saying he is guilty of raping kids. What I'm saying is, if you think Donald Trump wouldn't be someone who's I think you're especially because Les Wexner and Epstein and Maxwell's entire child sex trafficking operation. Okay. And by the way, some of the victims even talked about their eggs being harvested. Dark stuff, dude. Dark stuff. This whole operation. Part of that operation, and we talked about this at length, was tapping into multi-billionaires that had direct access in some way, shape, or form to young women or young boys. Whether it was through modeling, whether it was through clothing, whether it was through television, whether it was the list goes on, right? Because that was the Epstein network of grabbing these underage children and girls that were targeted and profiled, not have a really strong profile. Would be preferred if they only had one parent, didn't really have a relationship with the parent. And it was easy to appeal to them, manipulate them, and offer them the world. Offer them, some of the victims that are on record talking about being approached by Epstein operatives to suck them in when they first got recruited. They would appeal to the interest of being successful in the business.
Wait, that was what?
They would appeal. Some of the victims said that they were approached, that they would be told things like, hey, want to meet the manager? Chris Tucker, you want to meet the manager? They would just name these people. And then a teenage girl, or a young girl, would be like, well, yeah, like in the 2000s.
So I said a sniper can just get that close.
You want to meet these famous people? You want to live the life? I can introduce you, and then before you know it, they're like around the most powerful, famous people. And they're totally sucked into it, and now they're getting raped and trafficked as a result. And then they get part of what these pedophiles do.
So he just magically turns around, bro. Like that is fucking horseshit.
On this channel, we've gone over the criminal complaints from the FBI, DOJ, and other takedowns of pedophile rings. We have gone over line by line what was uncovered, crimes, and part of what these pedophile networks do is they lure the kids in and they promise them the world. And once the rapes occur and the pornography is filmed, it is then used as blackmail against the child. Well, this is going to come out and everyone is going to think this of you. This is going to come out and everyone, what is the world going to think? You see this? That's what they do.
Dude, why am I sliding down the fucking hill,
In some cases,
dude?
these people are so disgusting. They will blackmail the children with the pornography, the child pornography that they have created with them, raping them. They will use that to blackmail them, to control them. In some cases, to commit suicide on film, self-harm, slitting their wrists, cutting their veins, harming others, having sex with animals. Oh, it gets bad, very bad. and that gets filmed, and that gets distributed, and that becomes even further blackmail. You want this video of you having sex with a dog? Performing oral sex on a dog? You want this video to come out? What's gonna happen if this comes out? Well, this is what guys, we've gone over this on this channel. It's what these people do.
Be advised, Delta is under attack.
I know it sounds crazy because normal people don't think like this. It's demonic. It's demonic. We've gone over this. We've read criminal complaints and you're sitting there like, what? They did what?
Hostiles now hold more objectives. Out.
And so you gotta understand like how twisted this really gets. And so for a child and a young girl to just be sucked into a world like this and not say a thing and be totally afraid to tell their parents they don't have a relationship with their mom, here's a single mom, the authorities, or anybody, right? You can only imagine why, okay? Now, I will never know what it feels like to be trafficked and raped by an adult and have it filmed and then used against me as blackmail in order to do even more disgusting and twisted things like having sex with animals, harming myself, harming people. I don't know what that feels like. I can only imagine that, especially if you're a kid, that would probably cause me to be afraid to even think about saying something. Okay? And it's a lot easier for someone to sit there on the outside and say, it's a lot easier to say that. You have never experienced anything remotely close to something like that. Some of these girls were as young as 10 years old. Okay? 10 years old. And, so anyways, I say that all to say is, you know, when you're dealing with the Epstein pedophile,
Be advised, the battle is still being controlled by the enemy.
its main targets, young girls, right? Connected to modeling agencies. That's kind of how they tapped in. Wexner Network tapped in. That's how you gain access to young women, young girls, young models. And Trump was involved in these types of things too. Even modeling. You take a look at Ivanka when she was younger. Trump, it is no secret that Trump, especially young Trump, was a massive playboy and loved women. He was always surrounded around women. You guys have seen the clips. You know? And Trump would have, you know, pageants at Mar-a-Lago, and you'd have young women that
Right, we now hold Echo
around, and you see him and Epstein. This. They look like those clips of Trump and Epstein together, and Trump like dancing like that.
When I spawn,
They always remind me of what's that OG SNL skit? The dancing guys, I guess. It was you remember? Oh gosh, what was that? Was it Saturday? Something Fever? What was it called? It always reminds me of it. Every time I see those clips of Trump and Epstein, Trump's just like,
what the fuck is going on with my screen, bro?
Pointing at the women with Epstein, and Epstein's just like,
God.
oh my god. Anyways, it's just strange. But, the point is this: Trump, billionaire, New York powerful icon, playboy. Okay. And has his foot in this modeling. He has his foot. He loves the pageants. There was a connection. And so what I'm saying is, it makes sense to me that Epstein saw Wexner for various other reasons as a target and just money. So that's the big connection, right? But it makes sense to me that Epstein would see Wexner because billionaire, easy access to young girls through the modeling and through the clothing companies. So you get your foot in that door, and you get that guy compromised, having sex with little girls on tape. You get his empire, and you get instantaneous access to young girls to go do it to other more powerful people.
Why does no
What I'm
one
saying
ping
is
that?
It makes sense because Trump fills that same profile as Wexner.
Everyone's a fucking retard on this team,
It makes sense to me
dude.
that Trump was 100% a target of Jeffrey Epstein and the Israeli op behind him, for sure. Right?
Died 6 times in a row
what
because I can't fucking do
when
anything.
I I try to, analyze these things from that perspective. It's like you can't disconnect that. It doesn't mean what it means is that because of that reality, this will be going on in Mar-a-Lago. Okay? Because of that reality, there will be efforts by Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. This operation will be attempting to not only pull Trump in and compromise him, but also poach the women at the spa, poach the women at Mar-a-Lago. Like, this operation will target something like that. That makes 100% sense to me. Not saying I agree with it, but I'm like, oh, well, yeah. How could Trump not be targeted? Right? And this is why I always tell people, Maxwell and a lot of the victims, a lot of the girls would say Maxwell was the most vicious one. She was brutal. Obviously, Epstein was a monster, but she was like a pimp. You know, it's the same thing that happens when these children are trafficked or these women are trafficked and they're prostituted in foreign countries or even here in America. Most of the time, they'll live in like a safe house.
Don't get up front. What point?
Right? Or a stash house.
All elements attack now.
And
we need to capture and hold the objectives.
There'll
Guns
be
up,
like
let's
a
go.
female pimp or like steward of the young girls. Now she's obviously a sex slave, but she's been given authority to be brutal with all of the girls in the house, so they all learn to fall in line. Right? That same type of dynamic was happening with Ghislaine Maxwell. And a lot of the victims testified and were on record that Maxwell is brutal, insane, a monster. And that's why I've been telling people, it all points to her father, and it all points to his connection to his Zionism, he's a Jew, and his loyalty to Israel. Okay? And so Ghislaine Maxwell is I just can't trust that one. I've been saying this from the beginning, when that started getting talked about. I'm like, I don't know, man. She is the epitome, the tip of the spear of the deep state. She is all of it, And if there's anybody that knows how to work a system, it's that woman to get her way.
is now under our control.
Right? And so anyway, with that said, when I'm hearing this, that's like my backdrop, that's my context, right?
Objective Alpha has been
And
neutralized.
so when I'm hearing this and I'm hearing Trump now clarify more specifically, and yes, the testimony of Virginia Giuffre is this. It's this. What Trump is saying here is true because it matches up. With Virginia Giuffre's testimony, and I just find it unsettling that she was assassinated a couple of months before all of this started going down. And that's probably one of the biggest question marks in this whole thing.
Be advised, the enemy has taken objective
Because
Bravo.
she's in a good photo with Prince Andrew.
Our
She
forces are
was
controlling the fight. Keep
recruited
pushing.
by Maxwell from Mar-a-Lago. That's her infamous story.
What the fuck's
infamous
going
story
on,
was
man?
just to shorten it, is that her
It's
father
the dumbest death ever.
already worked for Mar-a-Lago, and he got her a job in Florida. This was like 2000, around there. And
I'm just getting fucking hot bulleted.
so she got a job through her dad, and she worked the spa. Okay. Now, a lot of people have been listening to this, and it's because of Trump's words. He stole girls. He was stealing girls. Like, dude, we are talking about child sex trafficking, okay? Mar-a-Lago was a target. And you're talking like, it just doesn't, it just like looks so bad. It's like you're saying, it just keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse, and her dad got her the job, and it was legal to work. Obviously, there were, laws to abide by, being 16 years of age. But she got the job, and she was working at the spa in Mar-a-Lago, right? She was working at the spa in Mar-a-Lago, right? And yes, her dad is alive. Her dad's the one that's come out and said, I don't believe she killed herself. He's alive. I've been saying this for months. And people are like, oh, come on, you really think somebody assassinated her? Her dad doesn't believe that she
Holy fuck, dude.
Okay? So it was, it was maybe one of those summer job types, she got the job. She was working the spa. And the testimony goes that she was approached by Ghislaine Maxwell.
We are targeting Bravo.
She was reading a book.
Dude, what clown world am I witnessing, dude?
And used it as a way in.
My team is just fucking dancing around with an enemy in a circle.
Started inviting her and started pulling her in. Before you know it, she's being sex trafficked in the Epstein network, right? And so, it lines up. What Trump is saying lines up with what her claims are.
We're attacking objective Bravo.
That she was, Trump says stolen. It just seems so bad because,
Taking objective Bravo.
somebody's initial reaction, right? Somebody's initial reaction. And, when you research her tasks at the spa, based off of my information, is her tasks were very simple, were very basic. I think she would assist people. Not necessarily engage in anything with adults. At least that's what these would be things to dig into. We have more information, but it's very limited. But from my research, her job at the spa was very, very simple, like an assistant position. Not forced to engage in massages or touching adults or women. It was just very, very basic tasks. That's the research. We have limited information. That's all we can really go with, right? That's all we can really go with. You're just shilling, trying to really water it down. This is all we know, right? So, I got my first job when I was 16, and it's not out there.
Defensive position needed on the marked
You get a job when you're 16, obviously it looks strange in a spa, but we've never seen any reports of girls giving massages to adults, performing oral sex or sex acts at Mar-a-Lago, and that's what I'm saying, we've never seen that, but just on the surface level, looking at this, right, the connection is strange, right? The connection is strange, and a lot of people immediately took this because of Trump's words, and we're saying, well, what do you mean he stole? You're talking like a kid.
Under our control.
And this is where this is why I keep saying it just keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse because every time he talks about it, it's just like, why are you saying this? Right? And Trump is using words like stole, and then he expounds that Jeffrey Epstein was stealing employees, which obviously means girls, from the spa. Right? And then immediately it's just like, well, it was more than one.
We've begun our assault on Charlie.
It was more than one, because Epstein did it once, got rebuked, and then tried it again, or did it again, and Trump said, okay, you're done. Now, clearly one of those girls was Virginia Giuffre.
We have Bravo under attack.
She played a huge role. It's just so insane that this connection is real. It's making people weird. And, you know, it's like he stole it. He just stole it. Now, you can look at that from any different way that you like. As a topic camp, and a lot of people were saying, wow, so there were underage girls working at a spa where they being trafficked at Mar-a-Lago? Trump have his own operation?
On the marked objective.
And Trump was pissed that his underage girls were getting poached in Mar-a-Lago? You can view it from that angle. It's horrible. Right? And that's due to his own words. I'm like, okay, I wouldn't say it that way. You know, like I wouldn't say it that way. Or you can view it from another angle that President Trump, you know, how dangerous Epstein is, and that adds up because Trump is on record saying that Epstein likes young girls.
We are attacking objective Bravo.
Okay? You know this. He liked women on the younger side. Right? And so it is entirely possible. Another angle is President Trump knows. And, you know, I wanted to point something out. My wife points out.
Dude, how does that not hit him?
And it made me think about this because I think there's a lot of people out there that are kind of delusional. And you gotta be stupid, you have to be naive, and you have to turn your brain up to think that there were not any rumors about what Epstein was doing, what he was engaged in, especially in Florida at the time. In the 90s, in the early 2000s, okay? You have to be an idiot to literally believe that there was not big talk going on about what this guy was involved in. How do you
Nice,
think?
dude. Look at my fucking stream, dude. Can't even fucking see. Like, what am I fucking playing, bro?
Little girl, it's like a pedophile reference, right?
Just fucking died for free because of that fucking shit,
Little
man.
girl, little child. It's very, very sexual and
Happy
sensual,
that
right?
EA exists.
Trash fucking.
My point is, there are many famous, high-powered, powerful people, billionaires, Wall Street traders, CEOs of companies, probably actors, which I would think those are the little.
We're dying.
Politicians, I would say politicians, actors, like those types of people are like the little fish, right? And then there's the big fish. Bankers, Wall Street, billionaires, these massive CEOs, the big fish. I'm not saying the little fish don't that they do. There was a system.
Hostile attack launched on Delta.
Oh.
There was a system.
We've secured Bravo.
So idiot if you don't realize that this was something that was known amongst very powerful at the time, predominantly in the 90s and the early 2000s. Come to life, right? And people talk about it. I remember Alex Jones was talking about this years ago. Okay, and people
wow. Revive me.
I remember those days. Okay? I remember those days. And that talk quickly started coming out.
I need a medic!
Because victims started speaking out.
Man, I was fucking them up.
Investigation started locally, then turned federally, and then there was massive cover-up. But also high-powered people, all involved, that got a deal. All of these people. The reason why they're not being exposed right now is because of the sweetheart deal that Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, you better fucking revive me, bro.
Part of that was that he wouldn't be prosecuted or taken down for anything that comes out in the future. Right? Anything that's discovered in the future, they would not take him down. And
what do you do now?
anybody else. Right?
Huh?
What are you doing right now? Playing a game?
The only one that was excluded from that was and anybody else in the future that would be discovered in the Epstein pedophile ring, they wouldn't be taken down or exposed. They were immune. That's why they're immune today, because of Epstein's. And it's still being honored. Did you find that interesting? And then you get this FBI DOJ memo stating there's no third-party criminality here. We looked through the Epstein files. There's no pedophiles here. That's just Epstein. There's no blackmail operation here.
Need a medic! Objective Charlie.
And so clearly that's still being honored.
Dude, I swear medics are the worst players in the game.
Right. That's why you're not getting any. Because of that sweetheart plea deal that is still being honored right now, and it's maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Maybe part of that plea deal was not disclosed, and he's in some kind of witness protection. He's changed it. Maybe he's hiding in Israel. That's what they do. That's what these Jewish pedophiles do. Because they want extradited. That's their law. If you flee to Israel, demanding they deliver you, you won't do it. Even if you rape kids from another country. Okay? So maybe he did flee once. While this, I don't know, people know this. While Jeffrey Epstein was having his sweetheart plea deal created and laid out for him, he fled the United States to Israel and moved millions of dollars. Who gets to do that? Who the hell gets to do that?
Objective Charlie is now under our
I
control.
think the reason Jeffrey Epstein was assassinated is because even his lawyers, Jeffrey Epstein of Colombia fully condemns the pedophile ring he was involved in, believes it. But you know what? Jeffrey Epstein's brother doesn't believe that his brother killed himself. Isn't that wild? I believe my brother is a high-profile, powerful pedophile, but I don't believe he killed himself. I just find that so interesting. So interesting. What's the point? The point is this. The point is, I think Epstein got taken out because he got too arrogant. Just like Robert Maxwell. Because he was demanding some payment return from Israel, and he knew too much. And the guy ends up, found dead in the ocean on a yacht vacation. And then who turns around? Oh, Robert Maxwell, we love him. Greatest friend to Israel. Let's give him a massive funeral. We'll bring out Israeli prime ministers and presidents. We'll bury him in the Mount of Olives. Such an honor. This man has done more for Israel than anyone will ever know. What a cover-up. What a cover-up. I think Epstein went down the same path. I think he got too arrogant. I think he got too risky to leave alive because he was already a federal informant for other cases, cutting deals.
Fuck.
And
Fuck.
He may have been too risky to keep alive because the operation was clearly compromised. It was too far out in the open, right? So he had to go down. And so the point I'm making is when you pay attention, you know, to the history of this, and you pay attention to some of the consistencies and the patterns in all of this, the thing you begin to see very clearly is that the powerful people that were clearly targeted, Donald Trump was targeted, okay? Was the target successful? We don't know.
Dude, I wish I knew how to fucking activate this bipod. What the hell?
But clearly,
It's just drugs.
the fact that we are told there is no third party criminality going on, that there is no blackmail operation going on, is absolutely a lie. It's a lie. Because why would people get a plea deal?
Pilots are free to engage.
Why would it be included in Epstein's plea deal that anybody else involved with you is immune? If there's nobody involved, there's just these shadow ghost people that don't exist? Do you know why that exists? Do you know why Jeffrey Epstein got that sweetheart plea deal that included anybody else involved in his pedophile ring
Enemy forces can
receiving immunity and cover as well? Because it is real. Because there are high-profile pedophiles involved. You don't issue immunity like that or a plea deal like that to nobody. Now, Maxwell, we'll get to that as well. I still hold this position. I don't trust her. I can't trust her. She's too advanced. She's the epitome of psychological operations. I just don't believe anything she says. You know? And especially, she's clearly an intelligence asset. She's an informant. That's why the DOJ's talking to her. And I don't think it's going to be... We've made that case several times here on this channel that she can come in and give you a list of 100 pedophiles. And only that. When there may have been 10,000. Just to put this thing in shape. And everybody doesn't expose Israel's involvement in MI6. Right? They say there's 10,000 pedophiles involved in all of this. She to be used as a psychological operation to further cover up the truth. Or the full extent of the truth. But back to these comments from Trump, you know, when you think about this and, you know, you're following it, and you study it, and you take a look at the history, and you realize the reason why you're not getting anything now is because of the sweetheart plea deal that Jeffrey Epstein got, which was designed to do what is happening right now, is to cover everybody else involved. When you take a look at that and you see President Trump clarifying, and that's what really surprises me, is like you got Trump now confirming Virginia Giuffre's
Fucking magician, bro. Just walk past everyone.
that she was recruited at Mar-a-Lago. And like I said, you can view that as maybe
do that, no.
his own, you know, child trafficking operation at Mar-a-Lago. Because that's what it sounds like with his choice of words, which is horrible. Or, like I said, because Trump and because this whole rant, third parties involved, and you know powerful people, and you know they exist because you don't give immunity or a fluffy sweetheart plea deal that includes a bunch of people that don't exist. You don't do that.
Dude, I wish I could TK, bro. Holy fuck.
There are too many powerful people involved for this not to be known amongst these ranks, is what I'm saying. And my point here is when it comes to Virginia Giuffre and Donald Trump in the Mar-a-Lago situation, Trump knows. Trump knows who Jeffrey Epstein is. He knows what he was involved in. Now, to what extent, we don't know. Maybe he saw something.
I want to look. I can't look for him. Cut parachute doesn't work.
They were all interacting.
The second time today that hasn't worked.
Doesn't mean they're pedophiles, doesn't mean they were involved in trafficking. But one thing I do know is that these people knew. They know. Because these famous people talk. Okay? And it may be, I'll just give you an example, okay? I'll use myself. When there's something big going on, like within right-wing media, right-wing spaces, okay, know all these people, right? When there's something big, like cooking, and it's not out in the news, or by the way,
We're targeting objective Delta.
He's talking about like rumors of people leaving the organization, why they left, just stuff like that, right? When there's stuff like that going on behind the scenes, everybody's talking. Okay? Everybody is talking. I get texts, I get phone calls. This is crazy. Did you hear? And it's not out there yet.
We have lost control of Charlie.
And I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds crazy. Sounds like a rumor, but we'll see. You know? That stuff happens. You know, like that stuff happens. Yes, it's similar to your own personal life. The same things that happen in your own personal lives, okay? Like with your family, when something's going on, everyone's calling each other and talking about it. You know that's true. Something's going on in your family. Everyone's on the phone. Everyone's talking about it, giving their opinion, and everyone has somewhat of an idea of what's going on, right?
Hostiles have secured objective Charlie.
It's happened to me. Even in these spaces, it happens here too. Something going on, you got a rumor, or something's happening a lot because of, you know, I walked away from Con Inc. and a lot of people are like, what are you doing? You're suicide. And I would give my reason. You know,
Let's stay up there.
But my point is this. If that's happening on our own personal lives,
We have initiated
and
our attack on Charlie.
I can assure you that's happening in like these right-wing agencies. When something's going on or someone's about to do something, there's like a big rumor, everyone's talking about it. It won't be fully reported because it's not confirmed. Right? That was happening.
This guy just got hit more than once and then took a smoking
This
gun.
Epstein thing, that was happening. Right? These people were talking. They knew who Epstein was. They knew what he was involved in. And it was not some kind of like this, amongst these powerful people, it was the same type of aspect. And so when I hear this, and then especially, right? And then especially,
Attack support is needed on the marked objective.
you know, when you know we've been hearing this for years, is what Trump realized how second he was. I just find it hard to believe that there was Trump would say on the record that Epstein liked young women, he liked them young, never noticed anything. I find that hard to believe. And if you're gonna run with the narrative that Trump realized what a weirdo and a sicko Epstein was, he banned him from Mar-a-Lago, he cut ties, that was the right thing to do. But Trump must have known. What did Trump do? Do something. Like, if you believe that Trump found out what a sicko Epstein was and he cut him off, banned him from Mar-a-Lago, that's powerful. And when I hear this, it kind of gives me an insight to he knows.
Shit.
He knows who Epstein was. He knows he was a freak. He knows he was involved in something. He turned a blind eye to it. He was not involved. And now, he's in his literal home on his plane. And young girls, Trump confirmed this, Virginia Giuliani was being recruited by Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein on Mar-a-Lago, on Trump's property. Did it just piss Trump off because he knows what was happening? You are not, guys, that would be like a pretty right thing, right? You still know. No, dude, you got your weird freaky thing. You got all these little girls. You got your weird operation. Don't pull me into it. You do not take girls from this property. You do not involve young girls from this property. You just get the hell out of here. Great. So, why are we not being told the full extent of what Trump knows? Why are we being told that it's BS, it's boring, hoax? Why are we being told? You still want to talk about Epstein? He died a long time ago. People still want to talk about this. Dude, this was not that long ago. This is very recent. So when I hear this, that's where my mind goes. I'm like, wait a second, dude, you know something. And that's what we want to know. Right? You know, Trump knows. But, obviously, because we're not getting the truth, or he's not. I mean, it seems like he's trying to give more and more as this goes along. His choice of words, he's watching it, doesn't look good, doesn't sound good. Like I said, that's the other way to look at it. Like I said first, A, you can view it as Trump's a pimp. He's got going on, or B, he was pissed because he knows what Epstein was involved in, and he said, you're not doing that here. Like that. Bye. Maybe. But if that were the case, then why are we not getting a solution? Why are we not getting more information? And that's the big void. And like I said, it's because he could be on the files in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't mean he's a pedophile. He could be an informant. Or people in his administration. Look at Howard Lutnick.
Objective Charlie has been lost.
I think it was RFK Jr. Someone could look that up. It was RFK Jr. He was on the flights. Connection to Epstein. Jr. out there with dildo rabbi all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like, this weird, strange thing is going on right before the inauguration. Remember all that? Something there, and part of it that I know for a fact is
How many kills you have, dog?
the third parties that were involved in this pedophile.
14.
It is a fact that those people exist. It is a fact that those people were real. It is also a fact that because of Jeffrey Epstein's sweetheart plea deal, they will be given cover. It's all of that. It's meant to F with you.
Proud of that, dog?
A lot of them have been good kills, and I went on like I don't even know, it's probably like
these people know.
10 kill streak.
They know
it's a pretty long life.
has that sweetheart plea deal that covers all of these pedophiles, all of these people involved, criminals with Epstein. All of them. It covers from, and by the way, what people are really calling for when it comes to Epstein disclosure are bank accounts. I think he was heavily using JP Morgan, Chase Bank, right? There's some big stuff that can come down to these entities, right? The transactions, the financial transactions, that's the client list. The money, who's paying you, right? Like, there's a lot here that people want to see, but you're not allowed. And that's what the list truly is. The list isn't like one giant list. The list is a compilation. Actual video evidence of these people, the having sex with kids, and also financial transactions. Obviously, the flight logs to the island.
We are attacking objective Delta.
Any audio recordings as well.
Objective Charlie has been seized by hostiles.
The point is this. It is it's a psychological operation because you are, with that, think about it this way. That FBI memo that you got was leaked from Axios, from Pam Bondi's DOJ and Cash Patel's FBI. That memo was, in a very twisted way, telling the truth. If you really think about it, think with me, right? I'm not saying I agree with you. If it's a fact that Jeffrey Epstein's sweetheart plea deal gives immunity or cover to not only Epstein or any future crimes that come to light, but accomplices, third parties involved with him in the future as well that come to light. If they get covered too, that memo is saying, that memo is complying with that plea deal. You see what I'm saying? The memo confirms the sweetheart plea deal, which confirms, yeah, there's a bunch of pedophiles that are involved in this. It's a lie, but it's somehow true because the memo confirms the plea deal, which actually tells you, yeah, there's a bunch of pedophiles. There is a third party. I just can't tell you. You see what I'm saying? We are at the highest levels. That's why I've been telling people, all these stupid people and these show hosts out there, like, why do you still talk about this? Why are you still talking about the Epstein files? This is the epitome. Tip of the iceberg when it comes to the deep state, psychological operations, psyops, spy operations, blackmail operations, espionage on the highest level, foreign and here at home. Just want to let that go. I think people don't miss that, okay? Don't miss that. Don't miss, because what that memo is actually telling you is that they're complying with the Epstein sweetheart plea deal, which I find to be crazy because you're being lied to, but also at the same time you're being gaslit, and you're literally being told, we are going to cover for these pedophiles. It's the law. Quite literally the definition of a cover-up, guys. And I think a lot of people don't want to accept that, right? And then there...
One researcher spent 20 years investigating the lives of men who lived up to 120 years. She discovered that one food these men were eating was responsible for their astonishing lifespan. But what is even more spectacular, these men have the vitality of men in their 20s. The subject still runs races at age 81 and another record.
All elements, attack now. We need to capture and hold the objectives. Guns up, let's go.
Itself to be a major, it already is, player of acquiring and securing billion-dollar defense contracts, and I think Elon sees that and knows that. And anyways, I'm gonna get into that, guys. We'll really go down that rabbit hole. We gotta really talk a lot more about that because it's here, it's coming fast, and I'm very concerned about these advancements of AI being weaponized against we the people. So we will be covering all of this and obviously updates with these Democrats. You got Democrats in Texas that are fleeing the state in order to protest a vote to expand the districts for the GOP. And you have the governor of Texas trying to arrest them. I don't think I've seen any arrests yet. He gave them like a deadline of 3 p.m. Central yesterday. And not a single arrest yet. Maybe we'll get one tonight while we're live. Maybe we'll get one, but now apparently the FBI is getting involved. And so we will break that down. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff we got to talk about tonight. There's a lot. Obviously, the DOJ is moving. DOJ has with a special prosecutor to face a grand jury for indictments regarding the Russia-Gate hoax and op against President Trump of the United States of America. And we'll get to those details and see if Bondi is actually doing something. And maybe it's working, guys. That's been my strategy. I've been telling you. Maybe we should just keep mocking Bondi until she finally does something. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Maybe it's working. I don't know. I don't know what else to do at this point. You know, that's what I've been saying for the past like 4 months. You know, just mock this woman relentlessly, and maybe she will actually do something. But anyways, we're gonna look at all those updates, all the Texas drama, everything updated, etc. So sit back, relax. We're gonna be live for the next 4.5, maybe 5 hours. We have a lot of ground to cover and make up. So if you are tuning in for the very first time, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, hit the bell notification, please copy the link in.
Whoa! Yo, I just got a 5, man. What the hell?
This damn DHS tried to pull on the American people.
Are you proud of yourself?
I have a lot to say.
I finally got a fucking kill that shit.
A lot to say about that. You will not get federal aid for a natural disaster if you're boycotting Israel.
We need attack support.
Oh, the backlash was insane yesterday. It was viral. It was insane. The Trump administration completely attempted to roll that one back, reel that one back in, and reworded it. Take a look at the rewording. It's still kind of the same on the nose, but it's bad. Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. People were pissed, and they're getting red pilled. They're noticing. They are noticing. So Democrats on the run, all of that. Until we see a serious arrest. I'm not going to say a job. But anyway, so if you are tuning in for the very first time, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, hit the bell notification, please copy the link, and share this broadcast absolutely everywhere. And as I always say, I am 100% independent. This is what independent media looks like into the future. It's supported by you guys. You're a lifesaver.
So when exactly does the beta end?
I think it's like today.
And so the number one way to support this show is to drop some gifted memberships, because you're not only supporting the show, you're supporting the independent work here, but you are also blessing others that love this show by giving them a 1-month free gifted membership that gives them access to ad-free viewing here on the show, which is a pretty good value because this is like a 4.5-hour show, so you don't get interrupted by those annoying ads in the middle of the show. It's different when I do an ad read, because at least you're still getting it, right? But you're getting those ads, I'm just like really getting into it. I'm getting you some analysis, and then boom, out of nowhere you get hit with this ad. It's irritating. I get it. Trust me, it's super irritating. So that is a major win. You're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So if you would like to support the broadcast, that is the way to do it. And you guys are always supporting the show, and we appreciate you guys as always. And we already have some here before we begin. Mira Jesse88 has gifted 1 subscription. Oh, 7's in the chat. Congratulations. Congratulations. Let's see if it has rendered it. It may or may not have. We also have Cindy MTZ00 has gifted 5 subscriptions. Oh my
God, I'm like, how does he know I'm up there, bro?
Thank you
so fucking
much. I see
annoying.
it's still distributing some. There it is right there. Congratulations, John Sachs. Mastrid 106. Congratulations. It'll get to it, man. It'll distribute all of it. Especially because we have a very long show. It will get it. It will get it. So congratulations to all of the recipients. And also Doc68 Whiskey has gifted 5.
We are moving on objective Charlie.
Awesome. Getting that red wave going here tonight on Drew Hernandez Live. Those 7's in the chat to all the recipients. There it goes.
Control more objectives than the enemy.
Lynn Watson 211. Congratulations. Gifted a sub from Doc68 Whiskey. And it'll get to the rest, guys. Don't worry. It'll distribute it throughout the show. But thank you guys. And like I said, you can drop it now, mid-show, or the end of the show, because if you have to head out early, I get it, and some people like to just drop it in the middle of the show. We will acknowledge it when you do. So thank you guys very much. We appreciate it very much for supporting the podcast. All right. Okay. I think we're good for now. We like to hang out at the end of the show. We'll do like 30-minute interaction with the chat, go back and forth and hang out and answer questions and roast retards. It's what we do. It's what we do. So, thank you guys.
We are moving an
Thank you
objective
guys
Charlie.
very much. Okay, we got to get into this. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Enemy has secured more objectives. Let's rally and counter.
It is a lot, but first, I did want to start with this Epstein update, which I found to be absolutely interesting. And I just want to remind you guys, when you are dealing with this subject, and you are dealing with this situation. Oh, real quick, we gotta get him in before I begin. Fresno Racer drops $100. Let's go. Thank you so much, Fresno Racer, dropping $100 in the chat, supporting Journeyman Live. Yes, Rumble Rants as well, guys. Rumble Rants as well. We appreciate you. You can support the show that way, too. It says, let's go. I'll fund all your supporters, etc.
Our attack on Echo is underway.
LLC for our people. I salute various at Drew for our people. All fund it. Thank you very much. Any ideas, you guys can email me, jordanandislive@gmail.com. Any ideas like that?
Charlie.
You guys can always email me. We appreciate you. Big time. Yeah, like I said, number one way, drop some memberships, but also the Rumble Rants are a massive blessing as well. But yeah, any ideas, Fresno Racer?
What? Oh my... Dude, I just fucking direct impacted him with a fucking RPG, and then he...
Thank you guys, but thank you, yes.
Not one bullet could hit him.
Awesome. Okay. Here we go.
I said I can't fucking kill
We've
myself.
got to talk about this. We will begin with this, okay?
Fucking do that, dog.
You are dealing with Epstein files. You always have to keep in mind two things that you cannot forget. Israel's involvement and the sweetheart plea deal that Epstein was given. Meaning, the plea deal he was given was obviously some on the wrist, but also an immunity for anybody that would be, or any crimes he commits that were to be prosecution or anybody else involved in his criminal pedophile ring that would be discovered, any crimes they commit in the future, they would be protected as well. That's in play right now.
We are still controlling the fight. Keep it going.
Our plea deal is in play right now, which is interesting because the plea deal was acquired through the...
Dude, I just direct impacted 3 fucking faggot kids, and none of them died.
Jeffrey Epstein himself, and now he's dead. Okay.
Video
And,
fucking
clearly,
proof too.
Jeffrey Epstein was talking. We even got some stories today, which is stuff we already know. Let's tell you some stories.
Holy fuck,
Jeffrey
dude.
Epstein was a federal informant for the FBI.
Yeah, you should watch that. That was actually egregious, man.
Save himself, save his own skin, or Jeffrey
Yeah,
Epstein
maybe I will, dog.
to acquire their empires or their wealth. Very famous, very well, kind of fly under the radar. Very powerful, very wealthy individuals. Jeffrey Epstein would not only blackmail them, but whenever he saw fit to do so, he would throw that individual under the bus while relocating and allocating all of their money into foreign countries and then work with the feds in order to expose them. So they go into jail and he keeps all of it. Okay? Why is that important to understand? That's important to understand because when it comes to the plea deal is so interesting because the plea deal extends which is insane. It's absolutely insane. So because
I always feel like their enemy tanks could just roll around freely. They don't have to worry about getting destroyed.
in setting up and blackmailing very powerful and wealthy people with pedophile rings. Because of the sweetheart plea deal, the one guy that was operating that, he is used as an extension to cover all of those powerful people that are involved. And when you remember that, and that's the lens you kind of view all of this stuff from, it starts to make sense why you're not doing why this current DOJ and FBI included parties.
Wow, so he
any
can shoot me
crimes
through
in any of the Epstein
an
files.
entire mountain.
There was no
Above
pedophile blackmail ring going on in the Epstein file.
That's amazing.
And what's interesting is even if there is, even if it does exist, and by the way, to this day, the Trump administration, Pam Bondi, Ash Patel, nobody involved, not a single person has come out and said the files have been destroyed. The only thing we've gotten has been from two people, Donald Trump and Mike Johnson, that have both alluded to the fact that they are under the belief that the Epstein files may have been manipulated. So the closest we have gotten to that is that maybe they've been manipulated. And when I heard that, I immediately started saying, that's a pretty damn big deal. We got to go after all of those people involved, just like we got to go after everybody involved in Russia. Just like we got to go after everybody involved in the election. Just like we got to go after everybody involved.
Well, this guy can get double kills with the noob tube. Why can't I?
And the op that was run on January 6th. Okay? And everything else that we want to get to the bottom of, right? The auto everything. He has to get down to the bottom of all of this. I'll tell you right now, if you're that mentally retarded and you think that whatever the outcome is of this Russiagate situation, whether every single person is charged with treason, sedition, conspiracy, and insurrection from Obama all the way down because of Russiagate, if they are all charged appropriately and sent to prison, okay, at the least, that doesn't mean that we don't go after those same people for everything else that they've done. If you are willing to accept that, then you are willing to allow some serious deep state criminality that's been going on for decades fly under the radar and allow these people to get away with it. That's not real justice. If holding them accountable for Russiagate is only 5% out of 100% of everything these people have been involved in, that is not enough. That is not full justice. That's not me complaining. That's not me saying, it's never going to be enough for you, Drew. No, it won't. It won't be enough until they are fully held accountable. That's the only way to send a message to this system that has gone completely rogue and is destroying and annihilating every single one of our lives. From foreign and domestic threats all together, collectively. So I don't care if people want to get mad at me. I don't care if people want to, say you're just complaining and never going to be enough. I'll admit it. It won't be enough. Is Russiagate important? Absolutely. Is holding every single person involved in it important? Absolutely. Does that mean I'm going to let go everything else they've been involved in? Absolutely not. And I hope people understand that and neither should you. This is not about attacking Trump. This is not about attempting to discredit Trump. It never has been for me. It's always been about holding Trump, his administration, and his officials that have been appointed by him accountable to what they have said they will do. That's what it's always been about for me. And ever since this really started, I've been getting so much crap. I've lost like 1,000 followers on X, so I'm not complaining, which is fine. This is the hill to die on. But also at the same time, I think people really need to watch themselves, and people really need to take some serious inventory of their own hearts, their own beliefs, their own standards, because you can be brought to a point where you are so desperate for water that you are willing to drink poison if that's what it takes for your brain to think it's being quenched. Now, I'm not saying that the Trump administration is giving you poison. What I'm saying is, the metaphor, the allegory is, if you are so desperate, you will accept anything.
You are cleared to attack.
Because you've been brought to the situation, even though you deserve more because you've been promised. Does that make sense? So, I've been saying this. I've been really saying this. I've been seeing this from the MAGA influencers. I've been seeing this from, some of these shows. I see some of the clips, and I think think people have been brought to such a point of desperation that the little crumbs that will be sprinkled to you. That's enough for you. That's it. That's our W. That's our major W. And, well, case closed. We're done. No, we're not done. You think this Epstein file situation is going to go away? You think the 2020 election fraud situation is going to go away? The auto pin? Everything else these people have been involved in? You think all of these situations, including what really happened on J13 of 2024, getting down to the bottom of that deep state op and whoever else is involved, especially January 6th, holding the J6 committee accountable and all of these people, if the people that are being held accountable for Russiagate get away with what they did with their January 6th involvement, that is an injustice. It really is. And I'm not going to sit here and just allow that and accept that. I will do everything in my power, with my voice and my influence, to bring that to your consciousness and bring it to your awareness, because I think we are living in a time, and listen, man, I do not want Trump to fail. I really don't. But we are in such a serious, critical time where I think people are so desperate for water, so desperate that they are willing to accept poison, or the least, if that's all they can get. And I gotta be honest with you, people gotta be careful with that. They gotta be real careful with that, because in that desperation, you will be manipulated. Okay? In that desperation, you will be manipulated, and I've really been thinking about that. You know, anytime I do find myself not live for a certain amount of days, I just kind of really sit back, and I'm always analyzing. My brain just like never stops. I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but you know, I just, it's always been like a problem. You know, I can't sleep, I get insomnia because my brain is just like, it's like always thinking, you know? Always thinking. Always going. Dude, it's so weird, dude. Like, sometimes I'm not even thinking. Sometimes I'll just be up till like 4, 5 and my brain is still analyzing everything I just talked about on my show. And analyzing really talk about the next night. It's crazy.
Our forces have neutralized Echo.
You know, God helps me. I'm not complaining. You know, God is not powerless. But it's just, it's like a gift and it is a curse. It's like a gift and it is a curse, because, you know, I'm just always, and I'm not worried. It's just like I'm just analyzing. It's not anxiety. It's not. It's just there. It's just like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I am really ready to go live.
We no longer hold Charlie.
If I had to go live,
dude,
3 or 4 in the morning, like, I would have something to talk about for like 3 hours. That's just my brain.
Like 5 feet around the corner and
so like, if you know, you know. If you know,
What's 5 feet around? Oh.
If you know, you know. I just try to put it to use. I just try to use my retardation. I try to use my retard powers for good. You know? That's what I do. I try to use my retard powers for good and put it to use. But anyway, I even forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, now I remember. Anyway, so you know,
dude, like, the tricks try so hard to sound like
things from a different perspective,
realistic.
What this looks like, was not
never
trying
works.
to do like
It's
analysis.
like Fraggo doesn't sound good at all.
Nice.
No, that's actually how she sounds.
See a couple clips coming on X, or kind of see what people are saying. Not to like get like this is why I just observe.
Echo is being captured by hostiles.
And I can kind of see where things are.
The enemy has secured more objectives. Let's rally and counter.
There does seem to be like a desperation. That's been one of my main observations this past week since I haven't been live. And, you know, for my audience, I just
advise, we need defensive support on the marked objective.
Because you'll accept strikes.
Alright, we're ahead of the enemy. Mission on track.
It's really weird. They just post.
Oh, wait, what?
AI memes.
Be advised, objective Bravo captured by hostiles.
They get when Greg Abbott is threatening to arrest Democrats.
Be advised, the enemy now control more objectives.
Just keeps moving. It just keeps moving, and then they get
Enemy forces have taken the lead.
and then you get some meat. Like, okay, here we go, and then it's just like it becomes a nothing burger. You can go through that so much.
Bro,
I think like emotionally and mentally. Before I think you get brought to a point where you just literally become
Be advised, hostiles are assaulting Charlie.
like you become like it becomes so emotionally exhausted.
Our attack on Bravo is underway.
You're low, you're high, you're low. Oh, rush again. Oh. Charged for treason. So maybe they'll get him. And then all of a sudden, yesterday, oh, here we go, Bondi.
What gun is
Bondi's,
that, bro?
she's going. They're going with a special prosecutor. It's looking like it's gonna happen in Florida. Grand jury. And I think you had Tulsi Gabbard tonight again. I think she reiterated it again tonight. While I'm on the subject, I think she did. Yeah, this is what Tulsi said again. This was tonight.
Objective Echo is in enemy hands. If not, go to odni.gov. It's all right there for anyone to see. And those who go in and
Charlie
read
is under
this
attack.
will see how President Obama directed that a National Security Council meeting be called to talk about
Can I
Russia.
spawn on this fucking guy?
That came out of that meeting was filled with
Hostile forces are winning the fight. Let's strike back.
by James Clapper's assistant to John Brennan and some other elements of the intelligence community. John Brennan was the head of the CIA at the time, all saying per the president's direction.
We are targeting objective Bravo.
And very specifically, they were tasked to create an intelligence assessment that detailed how Moscow tried to influence
Be advised, objective Charlie has been lost.
but how. And this was the beginning of this manufactured intelligence assessment where they knowingly put things in this assessment.
Our forces have neutralized Bravo.
Discredited intelligence or documents like the Steele dossier that was politically motivated and that they knew was false. And this was how they came up with it that was weaponized and used to try to delegitimize the president and to try to ultimately enact this years-long coup throughout his entire for this first administration.
And they further say that there's like this idea of saying that Obama.
So Tulsi Gabbard is definitely doubling down on the seriousness of Obama's directive with Russia, and we'll get more on this later in the show. But I wanted to use that as an example that this is tough here, man. Trump has said Obama is guilty of treason. insurrection, the list goes on. The big question is, will they be charged? And I would love for them to. I would love for them to all be charged with that, and if they do, great job, Bondi and the However, if you think, and I want to caution you, that means you let go of everything else as a result, because I want you to be ready for this if it happens, because what you're gonna see, what people are gonna do to you is the Russiagate accountability, whatever that looks like.
Targeting Alpha.
I mean, I've been seeing real desperation on this on social media. All of these MAGA influencer people, and I even commented at that Nick Sorter guy. On the subject. I think basically admitted that he doesn't see Obama. I'm thankful for the honesty. But he basically admitted that he doesn't see Obama being.
What a loser. Can't fucking outgun me, so I'm gonna shotgun.
Trump said he's guilty of treason. How does that work? You know, it's just like, you're willing to take the scraps at this point. And I think that's pathetic. I think it's pathetic. I think we've been brought to that point, and I, for one, will not be operating like a damn peasant. And I will not be told to accept the crumbs that I'm given. Because if we do get some Russiagate, if we do get some Russiagate accountability, great. But okay, time to go after them for everything else as well.
Objective Charlie
We
has
need
been lost.
maximum accountability. Everything. Just because you go down for one thing and you're guilty of 100 things, doesn't mean you got away with the other 99 things, buddy. And if that's justice to you, you're retarded, and you are being groomed, and you are being trained, because maybe in your desperation, you're so desperate for W team, or some kind of accountability, you are willing to accept the crumbs when you were promised the full buffet. I will not. I will not. So anyway, when you're dealing with this stuff, you really do have to take that into consideration. I've been seeing that. I've been seeing that on social media. People, flashing out. It'll never be enough for you, huh, Andrew? We're going down. We're taking these people down for Russiagate. I'm like, that's great. Let's take them down for the Epstein files. And if they manipulated that too, CIA, FBI, Mossad, whatever, yeah, let's take them down for that too. Don't you think? Just like the election fraud? What, is that supposed to go away now just because they went after them for Russiagate? Huh, retard? Yeah, that's what I thought, okay? Be intellectually consistent and honest. If you can't with yourself, you won't be with your audience. That is the truth. If you can't be intellectually consistent and honest with yourself, you will not be with your audience. And that's why you're probably seeing a lot of people flip-flopping on this stuff. You're probably even seeing people not even wanting to talk about it or criticize or shame anybody that is still talking about it.
We've begun our assault on Charlie.
Well, breaking news. Because of this right here, this is going to be going on for a while. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Whether this is political theater or not, I think it is, honestly. And I said that early on. I told you guys, when it comes to the Epstein disclosure, the House Oversight Committee, it's being punted back and forth between Republicans and Democrats. They're just, I don't think these people are genuinely concerned about what's going to the bottom of the truth. If there are any Democrats, it's because they want to take down Trump and they don't care about throwing any older Democrats overboard so they can move in the new guard. And that would actually be politically convenient. It would be politically positive. That could be happening with Republicans as well. But everybody knows that the big names are all involved in the Epstein scandal. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton. We all know that, right? But here we are. House Oversight subpoenas Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, James Comey, Merrick Garland. Barr and other deep state operatives in relation to the Epstein files. Deposition schedule has been released, and if they go with the general, normal type of deposition, I guess you could say tradition or process, these will not be public. I do not believe these will be public. They might be released later.
Enemies are attacking objective
But,
Delta.
usually these types of depositions are not aired public. And they might be. I don't know. I think they should be, honestly. But keep that in mind. In a stunning escalation of the GOP-led investigation into government corruption and abuse of power, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer announced on Monday that the committee has issued subpoenas to a who's who of political elites and deep state operatives. The sweeping list includes, which is not surprising, former President Bill Clinton, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, former FBI Director Steve Bannon, and Robert Mueller.
Objective has been recaptured.
Former made the announcement via X, writing, quote, the House Oversight Committee is compelling the following individuals to appear for depositions through issued subpoenas. Here's the list, and this is why I'm telling you. This is going to go on throughout the fall. You have former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton on October 9th, former President Bill Clinton on October 15th, former U.S. Attorney General Garland on October 7th, former FBI Director James Comey October 7th, former U.S. Attorney General William Barr on August 18th, former U.S. Attorney General Alberto Gonzalez August 26th, August 28th, former FBI Director Robert Mueller, September 6th, former U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch, September 9th, former U.S. Attorney General Holder, September.
Dude, how are they on both fucking sides of us, bro?
Handling of sex trafficking laws, and whether powerful individuals implicated in the Epstein network received preferential treatment according to the AP. Here's what the news outlet added. The committee's actions showed how even with lawmakers away from Washington on a month-long break, yeah, they're in Israel. Johnson. Are literally in Israel. Okay, they're humping, kissing the wall, and worshiping the wall in Israel. They're still working. They're not on vacation. They're just not working for the American people. They're working for the real ones.
We've lost control of objective
So you
Echo.
literally have Mike Johnson, Randy Fine posting videos and pictures of themselves praying publicly in front of the Western Wall. Yeah. You know, Jesus has something to say about that. We'll get to that. Are you surprised by that?
Be advised, the enemy has secured Bravo.
Here's what the AP reported. The committee's actions showed how even with lawmakers away from Washington, D.C. on a month-long break, interest in the Epstein files is still running high. Trump has denied prior knowledge of Epstein's crimes and claimed he cut off their relationship long ago. And he has repeatedly tried to move past the Justice Department's decision not to release a full accounting of the investigation. But lawmakers from both major political parties as well as many in the Republican president's political base have refused to let it go. Representative James Comer, the Republican chairman of the Oversight Committee, noted in letters to Attorney General Pam Bondi and the former officials that the case of Epstein and his former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, quote, have received immense public interest and scrutiny. Yeah, you think? Comer stated while the department undertakes efforts to uncover and publicly disclose additional information related to Mr. Epstein and Ms. Maxwell's cases, it is imperative that Congress conduct oversight of the federal government's enforcement of sex trafficking laws generally and specifically its handling of the investigation and prosecution of Mr. Epstein and Ms. Maxwell, Comer said. The committee is also demanding interviews under oath from former attorneys general spanning the last three presidential administrations, Merrick Garland, William Barr, Jeff Sessions, Loretta Lynch, Eric Holder, and Alberto Gonzalez. Lawmakers also subpoenaed former FBI directors James Comey and Robert Mueller. The subpoenas give the Justice Department until August 19th to hand over the requested records. Though such requests are typically open to negotiation. The committee is also asking the former officials to appear for the depositions throughout August, September, and October, concluding with Hillary Clinton on October 9th and Bill Clinton on October 14th. And even that will not be the end of this, I'm telling you. Here is more from the official press release. House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform Chairman James Comer, Republican from Kentucky, today issued deposition subpoenas to Bill and Hillary Clinton, James Comey, Laura Lynch, Aaron Holder, Merrick Garland, Robert Mueller, William Barr, Jeff Sessions, and Alberto Gonzalez for testimony related to horrific crimes perpetrated by Jeffrey Epstein. Additionally, issued a subpoena to the U.S. Department of Justice for records related to Epstein. These subpoenas follow recent action by an oversight subcommittee which approved motions to subpoena these records and compel witness testimony. On July 23, 2025, Republicans and Democrats on the Federal Law Enforcement Subcommittee approved by voice vote a motion offered by Representative Scott Perry to direct the chairman to subpoena Bill and Hillary Clinton, James Comey, Laura Lynch, Aaron Holder, Merrick Garland, Robert Mueller, William Barr, Jeff Sessions, and Alberto Gonzalez. The subcommittee also approved an amended motion offered by Representative Summer Lee by a vote of 8 to 2 to direct the chairman to subpoena the Department of Justice to release records related to the Epstein case. Representative Andrew Biggs, in his amendment to include the release of all communications between President Biden and/or Biden administration officials and the DOJ related to Jeffrey Epstein was adopted by voice vote Representative Nancy Mace's amendment, redacting the names of victims and any personally identifiable information of victims. And any possible child sex abuse material was adopted by voice vote, meaning that will be protected as well. The subpoena to the DOJ can be found here. The subpoena covers, and you can take a look at all that. This is gatewaypundit.com. I think they got the majority of... Yeah. So now we have this development, and over the next... Where are we? We're in August. Are we still in... Yeah, we're in August. August! For the next 3 months, this is going to be a big part of the conversation, and even after that. This will go on until the midterms year, and I guarantee you this will be a major part of the midterms election cycle. And all the Trump administration had to do was be transparent. Because that did not happen, this is now being politicized, this is now being milked, and now this is going to be fully recognized in the 2026 midterm election. And it will still be a part of the conversation. And remember, I told you this is not going away. Now do you see what I am talking about? It's not simply us that are demanding justice. There are various different ways this can keep the conversation going, and this is part of it. And again, I still stand by what I said when this all began. The administration needs to come out with full transparency immediately right out the gate. Otherwise, this is only going to get worse and worse and worse. Here we are. Will we actually get any disclosure? Will we actually get the truth? Probably not. And the reason why I say that, and the reason why I've been saying that this is most likely political theater, I mean, I'm interested, we'll cover it, but with that in mind, is because of the sweetheart pleading. And what's interesting...
Alright, I'll be back.